Car Limited is engaged in the business of manufacturing of car locks and nut bolts. Car locks. Typically, contractors enter into the sale of car locks and consideration is received in the event of delivery of goods and customer place. And the cost of car locks is 1,500, selling price is 1,800. The terms of the contract entitle customer to return any unused car locks within 30 days and receive the full refund. Company estimates that the cost of recovering the car locks will be immaterial and expect that the return car locks can be resold at profit. Company has sold a total 20,000 car locks during the month in 31st March 22. For a past experience, the car LT Limited expect 4% of the car locks will be returned in the financial 2023. At bolts. On 31st March, the car limited entered into 1 year contract with the customer to deliver nut bolts. The contract stipulate that the price per the PE should be adjusted retrospectively once the customer reach certain sales volume defined follow. 200 for 1 to 10, 20,000, 190 for 10, 50,000 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh wide, 180 for more than 1 lakh and 1. Volume is determined based on the sale during the financial year. Therefore, no minimum purchase requirement. Car Limited estimate that a total sale volume of the year is 90,000 based on the experience with similar contractors and the forecast of sale to the customer. The Cars Limited sales 24,000 pieces to customer during the first quarter of the financial year 24 and the contract price is 200 per piece. You would require to analyze the terms of the revenue contract with the customer for sale of car locks in Ind 1 and 5, determine the amount of revenue, refund, liability of asset to be recognized in the contract statement. For that, there is only 4% of car lock to be refunded. So total amount of goods sold is 20,000 percentage. So 20,000 into 4 percentage is so I expect this is 40,000. Na? So 20,000 of the cars, 4 percentage will be returned. 800 lakhs will be returned, and the cost of which is sale is 1,800 should be reversed, and 1,500 should be recognized. This is what. And in the case of determining the determine the transaction price, revenue, liability, if no any of the nut bolts of Ind AS 1 and 5, and the end of first quarter of financial year 2021. Okay. So company consists of requirement of paragraph 56 to 58 NDAs 1 and 5 constrain estimating variable consideration to determine whether the estimated amount of variable consideration that is 800 into 120,000 into 96% is 3 crore 45 60,000 being cars not expected to return can be included in the transaction price. The entity consider the fact paragraph 57 of NDAs 1 and 5 determine that although the returns are outside the entity's influence, it signifies experience in estimating the return from the car logs and customer class. In addition, uncertainty was resolved with the short time revenue of 30 days. Company concludes that highly probable that the significant reversal of cumulative amount of revenue recognition 3,45,000 60,000 will not occur as the uncertainty is resolved over a return period. The company estimate the cost of recovering the logs will be immaterial and expected to return products can be resold at the profit at the profit. Upon a transaction transfer of 20,000 car logs, company does not recognize a revenue of 800 car logs, 4%. It is expected to be returned. And consequently, according to the paragraph 55 and B21 of NDAs, the entity recognizes the following. Revenue 4,45,000, 8,800, 20,000, 96 and 96 percentage of the car logs are not expected to be returned. Refund liability 14,40,000, 1,800 into 804 percentages, and at asset is 12 lakh 1500 into 800 cars inventory to be added. Second case, transaction price is 1 lakh now 190. Why? Because the estimated was 90,000. And based on the company's estimate, the total sale volume of the year, since the estimated cumulative sale is 90,000, result in the per piece price is 190. The company concluded based upon the transaction of 190 per piece, it is highly probable that a significant reversal in the amount of cumulative revenue recognized will not occur when uncertainty is resolved. The revenue is therefore recognized at a selling price of 190 per piece and one piece in lot. Company will recognize a liability in cash receives in excess of the transaction price for the first 50,000 sales and the volume sold at 200 per piece. As 10 per piece will be the cumulative sale volume reached next pricing tier and price retrospectively reduced. So the first quarter is the company recognized revenues 224,000 into 190, the liability of 24 lakh 40,000. The company will update the estimate of the total sale volume of each product reporting date until the uncertainty is resolved because they are agreed to give a discount. So they are estimated to 1 lakh 90,000. So the cost what they think is now 190 rather than 200.